In the time that you watch this video, the gun terrorists that carried out the massacre at First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas, would have already executed 23 out of the 26 total casualties and to injure 20 others. Are you surprised? Well, you shouldn't be. What more can you expect from a country that expresses indifference towards mentally ill people having access to guns? Well, actually, you've already heard of what could happen. The Las Vegas massacre, the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, and the mass shooting in San Bernardino, California, all involve firearms that the perpetrators obviously should not have had access to. But I'm here to really explain to you why we, meaning us American citizens, need to take a stand against government officials who continually play a wait-and-see game with you and your family and friends' lives. It is important to understand that no one is exempt from the lasting trauma and pain gun violence can cause. It can happen literally anywhere, anytime. Gun violence is becoming more and more of an everyday issue, and there becomes an imperative need to improve on the system that apparently is already supposed to keep firearms out of the hands of mentally ill people. On another note, according to the FBI, of the 40 mass shootings that occurred between 2014 and 2015, only 6 incidents came to an end when citizens stepped in. With that in mind, why would citizens want to step in during a mass shooting taking place, where they could easily be mistaken for the actual perpetrator if seen firing where people had already been hit? Often, an irrational solution proposed is to ban all guns on American soil to counteract an active shooter. But that could easily enable potential gun terrorists to be certain of the fact that American citizens would not have the ability to defend themselves, ensuring mass loss of life. Background checks are only required to be conducted when a licensed sale dealer makes a sale. In the case of the Texas church shooting, the U.S. Air Force failed to disclose the fact that he had a history of violence with his wife, child, and animals. He had many signs that he was clearly mentally unqualified to have possession of a firearm of any kind. Yet somehow, he was able to slip through the cracks. At this point in time, American citizens need to comprehend that they must put their foot down to lawmakers and say enough is enough. A solution that is proposed by my own thoughts would be to create a new mental check-in system where citizens who have a criminal record of domestic violence, mental instability, violation of probation, including failure to pay child support, must come into mental institutions or a doctor's office and have their mental health logged bi-monthly. This will allow healthcare professionals to keep track and be aware of any red flags that may develop while or before these individuals are in possession of firearms. If for any reason they do not produce satisfactory results during these checkups, health professionals will be in contact with local law enforcement, alerting them if they need to revoke possession of the firearms immediately. This new system would be in addition to the background checks that are already set in place, as well as the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. Another option to reduce gun violence would be to introduce biometrics on firearm triggers. This would become a strong deterrent against firearm theft, because the owner's fingerprint would have to be an exact match on the trigger before the gun would fire. With that being said, it is important to understand that none of these solutions are 100% effective in stopping gun violence. Still, they are expected to greatly reduce the occurrence of mass shootings in America. Any potential law that could stem from these given solutions would have to be pushed by and fought for by none other than you. If we as Americans continue to wait and see, your spouses, colleagues, sisters, brothers, mothers, and fathers will all remain a target, ready to be hit at any moment.